So for those of you watching, independent media is struggling now more than ever. And the thing is, there are people who get all the figgy pudding. There are people who have all the love in the world. There are people who get everything they want. And the thing is, when you start, I think that, the real good time to really start off as independent media was probably in 2008. I'm being generous with that year, but, that was a time when things were a lot different on YouTube and all social media. But unfortunately, we're in a day and age now where, you got people really speaking out and, well, saying that the left needs to fund independent creators the way the right does. And David Pakman made a very odd video, an odd video indeed, saying that the left needs to do more financial support. David, what are you getting at?
It's for years I've been saying the left needs to organize independent media in the way that the right has been doing. The left needs to fund independent creators the way that the right does. The right has won even arguably presidential elections because they're organized with regard to online and independent media. They're killing us. We've been so behind.
Okay, first of all, let me talk about some people on the right who have a lot of funding, okay? Now, look, I'm all for right-wing creators, left-wing, libertarian, green, socialist, whatever. I want it to be a fair playing ground, but it is undeniable to say that there are people who get supported by the establishment. This has been posted and pointed out by people on the right, people on the left. So, it's a pot calling the kettle black because I've seen plenty of Democrat influencers who claim to be leftists or liberals to be doing this. And look, I just even posted here on my show just a while ago how we had about 200 plus people watching our live stream, and my live stream is filled with active people, and yet, boom, somehow we got 5 people watching. Now, that makes no sense. I'm trying to literally figure it out. And, it is something that I think Mr. Pakman should also remember. That is, the establishment likes to post and build people up, especially if they could be bought out on the left and on the right. We've seen fake people. I mean, we've seen people on the right build a career off themselves by talking about the Epstein files, those things, right? And I want to be clear on this. You're talking about the left needs to start funding more. You're talking about the left needs to start doing more. Well, the thing is, I think people on the left and on the right are struggling financially. And the reason why some of these larger right-wing channels were doing so well is because they were getting money at the time. And also, there was the Epstein files in which they were writing on, in which, again, a good portion who really built a good career decided to drop it like a hot potato as soon as it was no longer, I guess, good for them and their connections in D.C. So it's not people need to fund more. It's more of who's funding these people and why. Here, I'll bring this out. Larry Sharp and Mike from No Soundbites both do good shows. I may not agree with them all the time, but I will say this. Hey, they deserve support. I want to see them succeed. But yet there are other people in this media sphere that toe the line and get all the figgy pudding. Okay, I just want to rewind this again, Mr. Pakman.
It's for years I've been saying the left needs to organize independent media in the way that the right has been doing. The left needs to fund independent creators the way that the right does. The right has won even arguably presidential elections because they're organized with regard to online and independent media. They're killing us. We've been so behind. And this kind of support for creators is exactly what I've been advocating for. It's for years I've been saying the left needs to organize independent media in the way that the right has been doing. The left needs to fund independent creators the way that the right does. The right has won even arguably presidential elections because they're organized with regard to online and independent media.
Yeah. Well, first of all, again, let's really talk about this. You're talking about trying to shake people down for more money, or you're trying to get that donor? Because last I checked, didn't TYT get that Katzenberg cash?
exactly what I've been advocating for. It's for years I've been.
Okay, so I hope you guys saw that video. All right, and I want to be clear to everyone that's watching. You know, here I want to play this video from Blakely. I am Blakely because look, you know, it's again. I'm going to be fair here. Yes, there are right-wing influencers who get the figgy pudding, but there are Democrat influencers who also get the figgy pudding too. So I don't know what Pakman's complaining about because this isn't both sides. This is all a game. And you guys are seeing what's happening to hard lens media. You see that we're under attack. Now, here's the thing. I will have my disagreements with people. I will. But live on air, and I'm going to have to clip that segment now. Live on air, you know, we lost, 200 people, yet my live stream chat are still here in the YouTube community. Do you want to know why perhaps maybe independent media is struggling, Pakman? It's because the system is working against us. Now, you're okay because you got in early. And you know people who are high in the social media sphere. The rest of us, oh no. The rest of us get stepped on. So I want to play this video here.
If you follow any news creators or any political creators, you must read this article that just came out from Wired. An in-depth article about a dark money group that has been paying upwards of $8,000 a month to influencers who will not talk about Gaza. Okay, that's part of it. And who will shill the Democratic Party line. No, it's incredible. I'm actually going to go through the whole article today on live on YouTube and Twitch. We're going to go through the entire thing because it's just everything. The nerve of these people. I saw Olivia Juliana, who was, of course, on the list a couple months ago, being like, people are acting like I'm getting paid to change my views. I'm not. Aaron Parnas is on the list. Of course. That woman who goes by Politics Girl, David Pakman, that two rock.
Whoa! Who did Blakely say?
Girl, David Pakman, that too raw, too real. That woman who goes by Politics Girl, David Pakman, that too raw, too real guy. But I guess not that raw, not that real, because you're taking tons of money from a dark money group and not disclosing it. That Suzanne Lambert woman, Brian Tyler Cohen, well, the list goes on and on. These people being paid thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars to toe the Democratic Party line, not talk about anything having to do with Palestine, and not disclosing it. So they're all in a group chat getting paid by this. They said it was upwards of 90 influencers in this campaign. One of the lawyers say in the article that one of the best parts about it is that you don't have to tell your viewers that you're getting paid to do this messaging. Because of course, dark money loopholes and shit in this country is really fucking corrupt. You know, some of us for months have been trying to warn you that these people were frauds, even before I knew that they were getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to do propaganda for them. Because with some, it's just so obvious that they're frauds. But honestly, like, if you listen to any of these people, you have been had. You have been had. You are literally getting taken for a ride. It's just a ride that you didn't consent to.
First of all, folks, it's interesting about the game that's being played before us. You know, Pakman saying that the left needs to start acting more and funding more. People start saying that, want to put fear in people's minds and cause you to be divided. I have no problem with people who watch right-wing content. I have no problem with people who watch libertarian content or socialist content or liberal content or any other kind of content, okay? But I need to ask, you know, David, like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on here, buddy? Why are you making the statement when you have the ins of the connections? Don't you see what's happening here? It's the old school divide and empty out your wallet, poor people. Now, Hard Lens Media, we pride ourselves on being different. We pride ourselves in, you know, giving out at least our opinions and our facts, but also ensuring that all of you can make your own decisions too. But for these influencers on the left and on the right, you have the money. What this is that it looks like to me, oh, how come that person's making more money than me? Who do I need to contact? What do I need to do to shake things up? It sounds like a lot of these influencers pretty soon might one day be out of a job, in my opinion, because maybe their sugar daddies are getting tired of their shite.